We are so very grateful for everyone taking the time out of their day to give us a quick listen, along with the show of support. You can find our full talks on Spotify, YouTube, and any of our quick clips and community chats on Facebook, Instagram, and we're even on TikTok. But you know what the real thing is? You should probably go and do your dishes.
Oh my.
We're back. I'm Adina.
Hi, Melissa.
And this is the black and the white of it. Okay, so I don't know what we're going to talk about today, but like, what makes you think that people want to listen to us?
Why wouldn't people want to listen to us?
I don't think you should listen to us. I think we're going to get you into trouble. I think we're going to get you asking questions about yourself and the things around you, and then you're going to get difficult.
No,
and
stop.
People are
That's
like
exactly
you.
why people should listen to us. Because we're going to make you question things in your life, much like Adina does every time we sit down.
And let me tell you, I am a pain in the ass. Do you want to be like that? Do you want people to?
We don't need to be a pain in the ass, but
I am.
It's the things that you are making all of us think about.
Okay, why are you making this seem that
great.
it's just me?
Well, because you have these deep-rooted questions that I've never thought about.
So do you.
Sometimes.
Oh God.
But you have more.
I've got lots of questions.
Yeah, and
but you have
great.
questions too.
I do.
You
Sometimes.
know, this is the black and the white of it, you know. So without the other side of it, there is no this side. Otherwise, it would just be me plastering all of you with all these deep, insightful things and then not being able to realize the actual full roundhouse of it.
Yeah, I like to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I think, what did you ask? Why people should listen to us? Why I think they should listen to us?
Yeah, ma'am.
Because we're going to say it like it is, how it is, and the things that nobody wants to talk about. Or things that people don't talk about out loud with somebody else that then makes them have that other side
to challenge it, to challenge them.
Yeah. Because a lot of the conversations we have, it's like you go into it thinking one way, or I go into it thinking one way. Then we have a conversation, and then,
How do you think this stuff is going to mature? As in, like, I say something today, and maybe like 2 years down the road, I might change my mind, and somebody might pull up one of these lovely reels and be like, "Ah, you said this.
This was not the way you're telling me now."
And then I'm going to come back at you and say, "Could you imagine that someone grew and learned and experienced life and has changed?"
There it is. That's it. And I think the seasons of, because a lot of the stuff we talk about is based off motherhood, and the season that we're in now, we're very much in the same season of parenting, but as our kids get older, our outlooks on things might completely change.
Or soften.
Hey.
No, don't look at me. I'm talking about her.
I don't think I can soften anymore. You're going to be the one softening.
No, man. I think no. Why do I think that you should listen to us? I don't think you should. I think that you should sit there in your ignorance, not ask your questions. I hope that when you watch our videos or some of the videos that you get angry. Or maybe like, yeah! Or I hope that you get agitated, because it means that I've hit a chord that you maybe have never had anybody challenge or question or any of that stuff.
Okay, and this is the black and the white of it. I hope that you're going to laugh.
Remember how we talked about people pleasing in the last
episode? Get some
excitement
out of listening to... You want people to be angry?
I want you to be angry. I want you to be irate with me and the words that I say and the things I bring forth to you, because it just means that you've never explored them, you've never even thought of them.
Okay, and why do they need to get angry? Yes, think. I want you to laugh and I want you to think. But dang, man, you don't need to get angry.
That's usually the emotion that's easiest, like, retrieved in the moment.
Even get defensive. If it takes you getting defensive before you can open up to, like, acceptance, do that too.
Yeah. So
get angry with her, not me.
I'm still going to sleep at night. Okay? That is one of the greatest things that I've ever taught my daughters to say to people when they are like trying to manipulate them, and they've practiced a lot between each other. And they'll say something like, "I'm not your friend," or "I'm not going to play with you." And my favorite is when the youngest says it, "I'm still going to sleep at night." And then they walk away.
It is a really good line.
And you know what? They sleep.
And then like when they mic drop.
Yeah, it's just like go do what you want to
That
do.
is the end of that conversation.
Like it's one of the greatest. Is there something that you've taught your kids that you're just like, yeah,
Nothing like that, I don't think.
you should start.
Nothing that's like a mic drop moment.
You should start.
Yeah.
You gotta teach your kids some cutthroat stuff. That's what I want to
Okay.
teach you.
Here comes the hood.
I want to. I want to teach you some of the stuff that I use in my life that people are like, wait a minute, and you're unfuckable with.
You're what?
You're unfuckable with. Like, I don't like my biggest thing is I will never feel left out.
Okay.
Like if you were to go off with our little posse of people and go do something and like I'm not a part of it or wasn't invited, I'm probably not gonna like feel any type of way about it. I'm gonna ask details and then I'm gonna be like, cool, I just had a great time. Whereas I feel
That's
like
a lie.
what part of it is a lie? Me feeling left out?
Okay, maybe not left out. Left out maybe isn't the word. But if I go and do something with somebody else, I'm like, I'm going out with my friend. You're like, what friend? Who friend?
Yeah, and then it's usually something I wouldn't do with you anyway, so I don't care. Like, do you know what I mean? If it was like something that I would have done with you and you didn't even bother asking me about, then I'd be like, yo, the hell was that about? I'm not gonna feel left out.
Okay.
Whereas I feel like if we had like a big groupie thing going on and you don't invite someone, they're gonna be like, oh, they don't like me or they don't blah blah blah.
So you aren't gonna feel left out, but you don't like to have others feel left out.
Not purposefully. I know. What she's talking about, we're working on my daughter's birthday invites, and it's quite large, and my daughter has a specific amount of people. If it was up to her, we'd have everybody, but now I have to cut it back in order for it to work, and I don't like that feeling. I think that it should be inclusive to the best of your ability, right? So
Well, go teach all those kids how to feel not left out.
that is not the same
They
thing.
should listen to our podcast. That is exactly why you should listen to our podcast. Feeling left out? Feel left out no more.
But when you're a child, it's different.
Yeah, I know.
When it's children, it's different. So I like to try my best to teach the inclusion on my daughter's side of things, but as an adult,
That's okay. So you
That's
want
when
your
it
daughters
starts.
to include,
Okay,
but you want to
okay.
teach them,
to be inclusive, but
to not feel left out.
yeah,
Hmm.
I can include lots of people, and then if those same people turn around and don't invite me to something, I'm okay with that.
Right, but when it comes to teaching your daughters,
Mm-hmm.
you want to, like, you're happy that Esme wants to invite everybody in the world to her
Yes.
birthday party,
I think that's natural for a kid to do.
but you
Want to do.
want to teach your kids not to feel left out.
Yeah. You are not meant to be everywhere. You are not meant to go to everything.
Right, but doesn't that sound very like contradicting?
No, it makes complete sense in my brain.
Am I the only one?
It makes sense. Like, if I have something, I would love for other people to be included and to benefit from whatever it is that I'm doing, right? But like, if again, those same exact people went out and they did a big thing over here and leave me here, and I find out later, like, I'm not going to feel any type of way. And in my brain, I'm thinking of that as in like when I'm including other people, like I'm gifting it, like I'm giving, I'm
Okay.
sharing it, and once it's gone, it's gone. I don't expect anything back from you. So I think that kind of ties into that mentality.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does
now
that make
you say
sense?
that,
Yeah. So I want my girls, like Esme wants to invite everybody, and like to the best of my abilities, probably gonna make this happen. Sorry, husband.
You already know what's happening. The invites have been sent out. Get your pocketbook ready. There's gonna be a whole lot of pizza.
But yeah, it's okay to not, like, you're not meant to be everywhere. I really wish I could think of,
Yeah, no, I agree.
yeah,
And do you want to be everywhere?
no, and I don't want everybody to like me, which is why I'm okay with people getting pissed off watching our podcast. I don't
Well,
want
I don't
everybody
care if everybody likes me. Not your cup of tea. I'm not your cup of tea. That's fine. I don't need more friends. I don't want more friends. I don't need more friends. I got a good group of people. We could be acquaintances.
I can't mentally afford more friends.
Yes.
I don't think we talk about that enough. Like, if you have like 1,000, like, I don't
Well, I feel
understand.
like we kind of touched on it in our last episode.
Did we?
Yeah, it was Susie at the park.
Oh, yeah,
and
okay.
taking on people's problems.
Well, that's not the same thing.
No, it's part of it.
But like to have a friend, I like a little close knit friendship group because the energy that I give out is what I can afford. Anything else coming, like bringing on new people, I can't.
Well, especially at this stage of life, because you're investing into getting to know that person. And
Oh, do you know what? I do feel a little sad when people try to be my friend, and I'm like, nope,
you do?
just a little bit, like for like a 10 seconds or something. Because I'm like, oh shit, that person probably needs a friend, and they want to be my friend. But for me, I'm like, I can't give you what I want to give you.
Right.
Right? And it might even be that person be like, I don't want anything. I just want to be in your presence. For me, I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah. So you get 10 seconds of pity in that.
And then I move on because I realize that the ones that I do have in my life, I can give wholly to, and then I'm proud of myself all over again, and then bye.
It's a very quick process. I love that.
Sorry.
I really do love that.
Yeah. What do you do when you lose friends?
I think it depends on the situation and how it's being lost. But what can you do? Grieve it if you feel like you need to grieve it, and move on.
I like to analyze it.
Of course you do.
Surprising. I like to analyze when people are moved out of my life, removed out of my life, and dismissed out of my life.
So, but are those choices that you're making, or these are choices that have been made for you? Because I feel like I've cut a lot of people off in my life, but there's not really anybody that I can think of where I'm like, yo, like what happened to us? It seems so like a love story, but
Titanic came to mind.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know if there's really been anywhere that I have to analyze it, because I think most of the time it's been I, for some reason, have distanced myself from you. Well, and clearly, if I don't know that I've been cut off, then you weren't that important in
I
my
think
life
that,
for me to realize.
I think for the people that have come and gone in my life, there's been a lesson for each of them, and they've taught me something or they've shown me something. And, with good reason, we've separated ways. And there's sometimes where it's like good riddance. Right? So I always like to take a look at those people and how they've affected my life and what I've learned for them. And usually I can apply it for anybody else coming into my life.
Oh.
You've made the cut.
Clearly.
You've made the cut. No, there's stuff
And
about
now
you
you're
that I
just
don't like.
in too deep.
And there's stuff about me that you don't like, and that's okay. I was actually thinking about
shit,
that.
We can't be perfect.
No, we're not supposed to be perfect. I don't try to be perfect.
This would never work.
No, I don't try to be perfect. Do you know how much energy that takes?
Oh, yeah.
Been there, done that.
Way too much of a commitment.
Yeah. No, you get what you get.
Yeah, and if you don't like it,
I'm tired.
Yeah, right? I know. Same.
I'm tired. I don't know what else to tell you.
And the people in my small circle, they appreciate me and who I am.
Yes.
Maybe not all the things, clearly, but
no. There's some things of you that I'm just like, I don't want to do that. But then you've made friends that put up with that part of you and they love you for it. And I'm like, great, I get the rest of it.
Yeah, balance.
Balance.
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know.
It's such a big...
I'm getting hyper and I'm hungry.
A big thing.
I'm tired and I'm hungry.
Why do you guys listen to us?
I don't think you should.
I think you should, because...
If you just listened to this entire thing and we've just been rambling, I don't even know how many different topics we've talked about.
And I feel like we need to put it out.
I think we do. I think, honestly, why do you listen to us? What are you here out of obligation? Because I'm going to ask you later about what we talked about. Ooh, we should put a little nugget somewhere in here. Ooh, we should say each person's name randomly throughout this recording, and we'd be like, "Did you hear we talked about you?" Oh my God, can we? Can we do that sometime? See, yes. I'm a shit disturber.
Natasha.
What I mean? Oh my gosh,
Thank you for supporting us.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for being the biggest cheerleader ever. And There's Taylor as well. She's come to a couple of groups with
No,
us.
every episode we're gonna do.
Every
we're gonna
episode,
do
we're gonna leave
a
a
shout
nugget
out
for
to
you guys.
somebody.
There was 2 in this one, so now you gotta
Let us know. Yes, why you listen to us, what you're taking from us, what more do you want? Are we going that route?
What
Do you
more
want
do you
more?
want? What are you offering?
Well, nothing for free.
What are you offering? What do you mean? What more do you
No,
want?
if there's like a certain topic or something that you want us to cover, because you know like, we're pros and all that.
I am not a professional. I'm not even like sound of mind.
We have young kids. We haven't fully slept in 6 years.
I think there's a coming of this age in this section of our life where it's just like you're going to get what you get. So there's no point of us trying to like mold into anybody's little platform or train of thought, and I think that's why you should listen to us.
I said my inner grandma is coming out. Like I can hear my grandma's in my head where she's just like, fuck it. I'm like 90 years old and I just don't care, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna stand behind it, and I'm gonna say it proudly.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Let us know.
Jinx, she owes me pizza. Bye.
God, I for real think we should use that one.
I do too.